The Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial still has not been resolved. There's an appeal with specialists for First Amendment concerns on Amber Heard's side and a cross appeal by Johnny Depp. But today's topic is a very simple one. Was Johnny Depp an abuser with respect to Amber Heard? And make no mistake about it, I am no fan of Amber Heard's. Without question, she came across as a witness that did not have credibility. And she did a number of things that really undercut her case before she even walked into the courtroom. She testified that the $5 million settlement she had gotten in her divorce from Johnny Depp had all gone to charity, which was not true. She testified that she had given a substantial contribution to the American Civil Liberties Union to be used for abuse victims. In fact, she had a relationship with Elon Musk, and he was the one on her behalf who put the money up, and a number of other false statements. Now, remember that both Johnny Depp and Amber Heard were residents of the state of California at the time that the incidents were methodically gone through during the defamation trial. Now, the state of California has a website, and they define domestic violence, and I'm going to read from the California state website what domestic violence is. Domestic violence is abuse or threats of abuse when the person being abused and the abuser are or have been in an intimate relationship, married or domestic partners. It is also when the abused person and the abusive person are closely related by blood or marriage. The domestic violence laws say abuse is physically hurting or trying to hurt someone intentionally or recklessly, sexual assault, making someone reasonably afraid that they or someone else that they care about is likely to be seriously hurt, like threats or promises to harm someone, or behavior like harassing, striking, threatening or hitting someone, disturbing someone's peace, or destroying someone's personal property. The physical abuse is not just hitting. Abuse can be kicking, shoving, pushing, pulling hair, throwing things, scaring or following you or keeping you from freely coming and going. It can even include physical abuse of family pets. Also, keep in mind that abuse in domestic violence does not have to be physical. Abuse can be verbal, spoken, emotional, or psychological. Now, this is the state of California talking about what abuse is. Now, we know that Amber Heard and Johnny Depp and their relationship was put through a microscope in a British court because The Sun, which is a newspaper published in the United Kingdom, called Johnny Depp a wife beater. And the rules on defamation and the protections against defamation are much stronger in the United Kingdom. Depp couldn't prevail in the British court. The British judge found that the Sun's characterization of Depp as a wife beater was, quote, substantially true. That same trial judge found that Depp had physically abused Heard on at least 12 occasions. Now, in terms of the level of threat that was admitted into evidence, in text messages to friends, Johnny Depp fantasized about murdering Amber Heard. Quote, "I will fuck her burnt corpse afterwards to make sure she's dead," unquote. In other text, he described his wife's body as mushy, pointless, dangling, overused, floppy fish market. The texts were public and became part and parcel of the trial that went forth in Virginia. 11 words were the basis of the defamation verdict in favor of Johnny Depp. Quote, 2 years ago, I became a public figure representing domestic abuse. That's it. That is what it was she said. But remember that when the attorney or an attorney for Johnny Depp said that one of the accusations was a quote hoax, that was found to be defamatory as well. What do we get from all of this? Was Johnny Depp an abuser? Well, the big loss for the Amber Heard team was when they attempted to move the trial from Virginia, where the Washington Post publishes, to California, where they both live. In California, we have the anti-SLAPP statute, which is much stronger than Virginia's strategic lawsuit against public participation. And when people speak up on issues of public policy, before you even get to a jury, a judge can determine whether, in fact, it's protected conduct, which unquestionably it would have been here. And in all likelihood, in terms of the purpose of the anti-SLAPP statutes, which are designed to protect people who speak up on matters of public interest, there would have been a strong possibility or probability it never would have gotten to the jury. And Heard's original point was that women are punished for coming forward. What happens to women that allege abuse? They get pillared, professionally blacklisted, socially ostracized, and mocked with wrath and deed. The real problem here isn't that the evidence didn't show that Johnny Depp was an abuser at one time. The problem here was that the jury could not accept Amber Heard as a victim. And remember that the judge allowed cameras in the courtroom, which had the effect of creating a number of celebrities, including the judge. And the jury was not sequestered, so they could go home and were obviously bombarded with the 24/7 coverage of the trial. The question is not, was Johnny Depp an abuser? The more fundamental question is, as a society, are we going to say that if Amber Heard is an abuser, she can't be abused, that there's no such thing as mutual abuse? The fact that she was not sympathetic and the fact that the jury unanimously was not going to rule in her favor doesn't answer a more fundamental question, which is, can even a liar or even a very unlikable person, or for that matter, even an abuser, be abused? The answer to that question is yes. John Belcher, law offices of John Belcher,